we get into today's topic, you guys already know what to do. I'm gonna give you a minute to do so. So get it done. What you need to get, you guys already know what to do. It ain't nothing new, so get it done. Like, come on now. So in today's episode, we're going to be discussing friendship in high school. So one thing I've definitely have learned and came to understand and realize and know is that high school was not only designed to, of course, prepare you for adulthood, but of course it was to test friendships and things of that such. And so you're probably saying, what do you mean test friendships? When when I came into my high school years, you know, I would definitely say I came with I was like with 20, 30 friends. I had like 20, 30 friends. And so the next year, you know, it dropped a little bit. Maybe connections were lost and stuff. And then junior year, it significantly dropped. And not because of not of arguments, of course. Some weren't about all from arguments, but it just stopped. And then, there are some who remained. And so if it's one thing I've definitely learned is that high school isn't just designed to prepare you for adulthood, but it's to also show you which friends belong to whom and who you need to be friends with and who you don't need to be friends with. And so I definitely can say I've learned that, you know, um, I can definitely say I've learned that in high school. You come in with a lot of friends and you may leave with less than you came in with. And that's okay, but that's the point. It's to teach you about life. And so, I mean, it's just it's a lot to handle, with social stuff. It's crazy. But one thing that I can say as far as for friendships is that they do come and go. You have to get used to that. It isn't really nothing new. That's high school. I remember in the start of my junior year, I was friends with this girl, and so she had an issue with another one of my best friends. And so I came to school, I was nice to her, and she was being disrespectful. I was like, so I didn't, approach her about it. But I was like wondering why. So I spoke to my best friend, and I come to find out that my best friend got into a situation due to that friend of mine. And so I was like, so that's why. So she's mad at me for being friends with the other friend. And I'm like, how are you going to be mad at me for being friends with a friend that you're into it with? Like, that's not how friendship works. Just because you're into it with someone doesn't mean that I have to automatically be into it with, or I'm supposed to automatically disassociate. That stays between you two. That doesn't involve me, which is the logical, explanation. But of course, people are petty, and I was like, I don't got time for petty, because I'm sitting here coming to school being nice to you. You want to be disrespectful, I can be disrespectful right back. It's not hard, very easy. So and I don't encourage that for everyone, but I'm just saying, like, so the point that I'm trying to make is that, friendships are very hard to navigate. That's something that I also come to learn, and it can be very, like, very dramatic. Just, it could be too much. And one thing I can say is that you just have to understand your position in place when it comes to these things. Like, it's just insane. Like, it really is. And like I said, it took me time to just really understand high school and all of its irritating endeavors and stuff like that. But I can also definitely say that once you just get used to, like I said, it's not really hard for me anymore. I could definitely say I'm like hilarious in high school. Like, I'm hilarious. A lot of people know that I'm hilarious. I try not to be too hilarious. Like, junior year, my sophomore year, my motto was just to be. Because in the beginning of the year, I was irritated. I was irritated at a lot of people in the beginning of the year because I just didn't really want to be around a lot of people. I knew certain people there because most I got along with during remote and stuff like that. And I got closer with during my sophomore year. And I came to know people and stuff. And it was a great experience, I can say. But altogether, friendships and social life is so much harder than you would expect. Like, it really is, like, insanely hard to just understand all of that crap. Like, you can't be mad at one of your friends for not being mad at someone you're mad at. That's not how I work. You do have some friends who are like that are like, okay, if you're mad, then I'm mad. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, you can't add someone else to your own drama. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, friendships are tough. But you gotta know how to deal with them. You gotta know how to put them in their place. You gotta know how to let them know. You know? But, yeah. Thank you guys for listening in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. You guys already know what to do. It ain't nothing new, ain't nothing changed. And so, yeah. Bye-bye, guys.